Hey, Llama here, and welcome to the first of our cave tour videos on Scorched Earth. So today we're going to start off with the easiest cave on the map, in my opinion at least anyway, and that is the Old Tunnels Cave, where we will find the artifact of the Gatekeeper. So I'm taking the wolf, two reasons. One is that the wolf is the only rideable creature that will fit in there. A Thyla won't get in there, a Megatherium won't get in there. People have either unpodded them or raised them inside the entrance of the cave, but a wolf is the only thing, a wolf or a saber-toothed tiger actually, that will give you full access to the cave, and I prefer the wolf because it allows us to sniff out the explorer notes. So let's head over to the cave. So here we go, we're heading over towards the cave. Obviously we're carrying the dire wolf. Now if you're heading over towards Red Ob, let me just show you where I am on the map right at the moment. So this is 5849, 5850, call it something like that, kind of middle of the map almost, and you can see these giant cracks in the ground. So let's just go up a little bit higher so you can get a proper aerial view of it. Yeah, so there's that section there, only accessible by that land bridge. Someone's built on there, which is fine. We are looking for, see that intersection of those cracks? That is exactly where we're going to go, and that's what's going to get us access to the cave. So let's head in down here, right at that intersection, and there is the cave. We're going to fly just over here, and we're going to pop the wyvern down when it eventually lands, and drop the wolf off there. There we go. We'll just leave the wyvern there. Okay, so we're going to head into the cave. Now, I did see someone come through here not too long ago, so the artifact respawns pretty quickly, so the artifact should be fine. But I very much doubt we're going to find any loot drops today. But I'll let you know where the loot drops are that I know of. Now, there's only one explorer node in this cave, but if you take the wolf through, the wolf will register 2, because there is one of those tech pillars, and I'll point it out as we go through, that later on, I think it's when Extinction gets released, that will then turn into an explorer node, and the wolf seems to pick it up even at this stage. So you can't access it. It might be Genesis 1 actually, because I think it's an HLNA explorer node. You have to have the HLNA skin enabled, or at least you did on Evolved, for it to register. But anyway, I'll point that out as we go through. But there's only one Scorched Earth Explorer node in this cave. We've got a few loot drops, and we have obviously the artifact of the Gatekeeper itself. So give you an idea of the GPS location of the entrance. Here we are, 58.8, 47.7. And this crouch point here is only accessible if you want to mount by a wolf or a saber are the two best things to bring in here. You can see there's some Thylas in here, there's some Megatheriums in here. These are really just where people have got cryo fridges nearby the entrance, and they've been able to unpod them just inside. But they only help you in the first half of the cave because there's a second crouch point that none of those creatures can get through. But again, the wolf and the saber can. So this entranceway, not much to say in here. Nothing spawns in this section. As you can see, everyone's got all their tames parked in here. But we just head down this one path, and when we get down here, this will branch off into two sections. So here we go. So you've got left and right choices. They both end up going the same way. The right path goes a lower path. The left path goes a higher path. We're going to go left because sometimes there's a loot crate in the left path that we'll check out as we go. So here we go. Through here, nothing too much interesting. Stuff does spawn in here. Nothing's here right now. But I dare say we'll be coming across stuff fairly shortly. Now, if we go around here, this is actually where you will sometimes get a loot crate spawn on here, where my wolf is standing right now. And looking through there is the tunnel that we did not take to get in. So we'll actually go out that way just so you can see, but that's the lower path that I mentioned. But for now, we're going to go across here, and we're just going to jump over this section, and I can hear, here we go, we've got a spider. I can hear a rock golem that's throwing stuff around. I've actually just remembered the, I'm going to take, oh, he's actually climbed up that rock, that cliff. I'm going to take my armor off because there are Arthros in here as well, and so we don't want to get hit by Arthro spit. It's a very unpleasant way to lose your armor. Here we go, and there's one there. So we've got a bit of stuff here. Honestly, you don't really need to kill everything in this cave, particularly in this first section, because you can actually just run through it, and nothing will touch you. Alright, so we're going to go through here. Now, this little bridge here, you can see down there's a whole load of stuff. And we've got a scorpion coming up behind us, which we'll deal with. Yep, like so. Now, here, up there, I should say. Let's get rid of the snail. Not that we need to. And we've got a mantis coming, so he's definitely more of a threat than the snail, to be fair. Maybe we'll just leave the snail. Alright, now, up there. So, see that little obelisk thing with the picture of the person underneath it? Sometimes a loot crate spawns up there. Now, up until today, when a new patch came out, that loot crate was not accessible. You could grapple hook up there, you could almost touch it, but you couldn't access it. Now, I saw the patch notes come out today saying that they'd fixed some of the inaccessible loot crates. So, I don't know if you can actually access that one now. I'd be interested to see. We've got Mega Rabies, so luckily I don't have any antidote, but I do have health brews, so we'll be fine. Keep heading down. Now here's the thing I was talking about. Now if we go down here and I get the wolf to do the sniffer thing, you'll notice over there it picks up an explorer note. Now there is no explorer note over here. It is in fact that thing. So that is what will act as an explorer note later in the game. I'm pretty sure it's Gen 1, to be quite honest. So we've got a little while to wait until that's going to be a thing. But in the meantime, we're going to kill all of these things. We've got a rubble golem there as well. Now, whilst that is not an explorer note, I can tell you now, right here where I'm standing, a loot crate sometimes spawns. So you'll see it, you won't be able to miss it, and it's definitely worth checking out. I've seen a yellow loot crate spawn there. So we'll get past the rubble golem. This is now heading to our second crouch point, which is here. So this is like a bit of a safe spot because the golem can't get through here. Nothing much can get through here, to be honest, to get to us from that first section. So as long as you don't have arachnophobia and can't handle going through the spider webs, then you get safely to this second section, where we find our explorer note. So there it is. That is Rockwell note number 7. If you're looking to complete all the explorer notes, and that is the only explorer note in this cave. Now we head through here, and this section here you can see, if we look down, you'll be able to see where we go, the path down to the artifact. So you can see that glowing section there. Now there's two ways of getting down there. One, you can actually just jump off here if you want to, and just walk down to where the artifact is. That's one method, but you don't really need to do that, because there is a method of getting across. Now one of the caves on Scorched has death drops, so in other words, if you fall, then you just instantly die. That is the It's the artifact of the Destroyer Cave, I believe. So we'll do that one another day. But this one is the drops on this cave. Basically, if you fall, then you just take fall damage. So it's not an instant sort of death thing. So you don't need to worry too much about it. If you miss the jump and you fall, just make sure you jump off your wolf before you hit the ground so that he doesn't take fall damage. And you should be fine as long as you jump off very late in the piece. Let's get rid of these guys. We've got a few things to deal with here. I'm going to take a couple of health brews actually, because I forgot to do that after the Mega Rabies, and obviously the Arthros will actually give us a little bit of grief. Now, the other thing you want to keep an eye out for is treasure maps. Now, we didn't pick any up there. So I'm going to drop all that stuff and we'll just check this bag out. I don't think they drop in bags. Pretty sure your tame picks them up. But yeah, you need to keep an eye out for, in your inventory at least, for there's a loot drop. For the treasure maps, because if you've got the expansion pack, they're quite useful. So here we go, our next loot crate. Now this is this center piece here where you jump to. You need to do this as a normal jump, not a sprint jump. We've probably triggered some bats, so I'm going to wait for the bat to come and try and attack us before I try and take the loot drop, I think. Although the bat doesn't seem all that interested. Let's get the loot crate. Red crate. Oh, look at that. 298 whip. I'll take that every day. Blueprint. How much durability has that got? 277. Okay, not too bad. What an awesome score. Well, there we go. Now we need to do the second jump, which is also going to be a short jump. So you don't want to do a sprint jump. And let's just kill this bat. I can't remember if I mentioned it before, due to my unbelievably bad memory, but everything in this cave other than the rubble golems are tameable, so you can tame if you wanted to. If you had a whole load of sweet veggie cakes and nothing better to do with them, you could tame yourself a level 245 snail. Why on earth you would want to, I don't know. But also, like the mantis and the onyx and the spiders and everything in here are tameable. So if you're looking for a decent level mantis, for example, this can be a good cave to get them in. And we've got sulfur. So you can see if you're looking for sulfur and you don't want to kill wyverns, you want to make yourself some preserving salt, then you can come through this cave and get some sulfur, as well as like metal and obsidian and all the other goodies that spawn inside caves. Now we're going to follow this path all the way down. It basically goes around in a spiral. Going to do that and that and that. Let's get our health topped up. Everything else. Got a couple of Arthros down here on the way by the looks of it. We'll get rid of those. Nice. Now I didn't go through it at the beginning, but just to give you an idea what the wolf is like. So this guy's got almost 8,000 health, although he's lost a little bit since we've been in the cave. 560 melee, shall we? It is imprinted. It is in no way mutated. It was bred from a couple of sort of half-decent direwolves. It's nothing outstanding. It's just a regular direwolf that's been bred and imprinted. So you don't have to have anything special for this. Let's go through and there we go. Get rid of those. Keep an eye out. No, still haven't got a treasure map. That's somewhat disappointing, but never mind. Alright, let's grab the artifact. This is the artifact of the Gatekeeper. Whoa. An angry fellow there. We have what sounds like a snake. That sounds nasty, doesn't it? Sounds like he's on his way up the stairs. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to grab the artifact before anything goes wrong. That's the artifact of the Gatekeeper. And also the Scorched skin, the spike skin, which I cannot grab for some reason. There we go. Bit of server lag for a change. That's so unusual on an official server. Oh, thank goodness that artifact noise is gone. That was driving me insane. Now, down here, this section down here, where that golem is, if we do the sniff, you can see there he is. Where he is, or actually below where he is, sometimes a red drop will spawn. So, we can actually head down there. We do have to watch for the rubble golem, because if he corners us or well, basically gets us stuck in the corner, which I guess is cornering us, then he can sort of do a little bit more damage than is ideal. They're just cloth pants. I'm just going to drop all that stuff. I don't need any of that. And yeah, we'll head down here. I don't think the red drop has spawned, but I'll give you an idea what the path looks like on the way down there. Just get rid of these guys. Again, nothing like new. There's a lot of stuff down here, but there's nothing sort of... These aren't swamp cave from the island cave levels. These are just regular creatures. So while there might be a lot of them, there's nothing that's going to be particularly bad for you. Oh, I think we got a treasure map. Look at that, we did. We got a treasure map from a mantis. Only a primitive one. But you can sometimes get some half-decent stuff even from primitive ones. Now, this guy is... Where is he? He's above us, I think. Which is fine. This is where the drop spawns in this section. So you have to come through and obviously kill everything here in order to get to the drop. Which is what we can do there. And the rubble golem would probably pose a bit of a complexity. But there's no drop, so we don't have to worry about it. So we'll just make our way back out again. And head back up the way we came in. Back past the artifact. And pretty much exit the cave the same way we came in. So let's head up here. I'm going to run as much as I can, even though the wolf kind of darts all over this place. Up to here. Whoop. Up to here. All the way around. And what do we got? I heard something. Was that a bat? Yes, it's up there. Okay. And a scorpion in the wall. Brilliant. Nice to see that they fixed those creatures meshing into the walls from Ark Survival Evolved. Good job, Wildcard. Well done. Alright, so we're going to head over here. This is to this middle section where we found that drop again. We'll do the short jump here, straight across. And then here, we need to... That's where we jump from up the top. We're going to jump to that lower section. And we can sprint jump this one because there's no way of jumping too far. Make our way up this little path. And here we go. We are on our way out of the cave. Now you notice I've managed to get heat stroke, so my screen's gone a little bit fuzzy, which is not great, but it is what it is. I have heat stroke because I've taken my armor off. I've taken my armor off because of the Arthroplura, and I don't want them to damage it. So, you know, that's just something you've got to put up with. The heat stroke, this cave, we've taken a pretty slow route in and out of this cave, to be fair, today. You would run past most of the stuff that we've killed. You wouldn't need to kill everything. And if you were just getting to the artifact and the drops and back again, it's a pretty quick journey, to be fair. Alright, let's head out of here. We're going to run past the rock golem. Thank you. We're going to head straight up here and up over the bridge. We'll see if that drop has spawned. It has not. I am very interested into... So, here's the thing. Drops normally spawn there. It's a yellow drop. It spawns there and it's completely inaccessible. I have never seen a drop spawn down here until my last journey into the cave, where a drop spawned exactly here next to this sulfur rock, right here. Now what I don't know is whether that's a normal drop spawn location or whether Wildcard have relocated the one that used to spawn up here on this bridge, and I won't know that until I've done a few more runs of this cave and can tell whether that drop respawns or not and whether you can access it. But anyway, that's a story for a different day. So we're going to head through here, back out this cave entrance. We're going to go the low road this time. As I said, high road is only if you want the drop. Yep. And whilst we don't have to kill everything here, well, you know, oh, we're lagging. It's not that big a task to just get rid of all this stuff. And as I said before, you do actually have a chance of getting yourself a treasure map from these, particularly from the Mantis, I believe, dropped them. And then let's head out of the cave. So we're going to head straight back up here. That's the higher area that we went to before. And straight through up into the section where everyone's storing their tames. And back out of the cave again. And that's it. So that is the artifact of the Gatekeeper. In the Old Tunnels Cave is what it's called. I don't think I mentioned that at the beginning, but some people call it the Central Cave on Scorched Earth, but its real name is the Old Tunnels Cave. And quite a pretty cave, as all the caves on Scorched Earth are, to be honest, but definitely the easier of the three. I wouldn't say any of them are particularly hard, but this one I would definitely put that as being the easiest. And you can get some pretty cool loot in there, so not going to complain about a level 298 Ascendant Whip blueprint, that's for sure. Good stuff. And so just to confirm, I did go back into the cave a few more times afterwards, and during one of those times, that loot crate that I mentioned in the mosaic thing did spawn, and is still completely inaccessible. So you can't get to it, you cannot open the loot crate. Interestingly enough, the other loot crate, this is a little bit further down, that I thought maybe might have been the same one relocated, was there at the same time, so they are not the same loot crate. They can both spawn at the same time, but that one further down the path you can definitely get to. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, drop me a like, maybe subscribe if you haven't already. We're going to be doing tours of all of the caves on Scorched Earth, one at a time. This was only the first one, and we'll take you through and show you all the loot crates that I know of at least, and where the Explorer notes can be found, and how to get the artifacts on the caves that have got artifacts. There are also 2 new caves on Scorched Earth that don't have artifacts, and we're going to be taking a bit of a tour through those as well. So keep an eye out for those videos coming up. Thanks very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. I'm Llama, and I'm out of here.